Alright, so for the knologist, we're going to do repeated substring pattern. Given a string S, check if it could be constructed by taking a substring of it and appending multiple copies of the substring together. The way I would do this, so ABA is false. So what I would do is I'm just going to dictionary it. And all the values of that dictionary have to be the same, I think. Because if you have even numbers, I could say evens are true, but if I want to make a substring, each character has to have a copy that I can use multiple times. So let's see, let's try it. Yeah, the only way I could kind of see it happening is if the letters aren't jumbled up. But even if they are, they would have to follow a sequence of some sort. So let's see. Let's give the stores thing a try. Hash map it. So basically I have a dictionary and I'm going to count each letter. So if it's an odd number, auto false. If it's not an odd number, because we can't create multiple substrings. If we use more than one, it's bound to be even. It has to be even if it's a one letter. So yeah, stores. This is gonna be my last question of the day. Stores that I'm gonna go for ch, so for car, then s string if create it and then add it. So I go add plus equals 1. Then I'm going to go through each dictionary item and make sure that all the letter values are the same. ACC. Yeah, so by definition, they all have to be even. I'm just going to look directly at the vowels. If vowel divided by 2. The remainder is not equal to 0, so not divisible by 2, so it's odd. Return false. Well, it could be 3 substrings. For example, ABC, ABC, ABC could be 3 times. ABC, ABC, ABC. If it's equal to 2, it's equal to false. Oh, if it's not equal to 0, return false. I'm just thinking, what if it's like a substring that's just 3 copies, then it would be. Well, if a single value ACC, so for example, that should occur as many times. AB twice. I'm thinking, how do I figure it out? I'm kind of sleepy too. What are the constraints? 1 to S. No, but ACC, you have to have 2. Or you could have 3. Well, how much time do I have? We're at 10 minutes. Okay, so let's just wrap this one up quickly. Let's try return true otherwise. How do I figure out? So the main thing is I have to figure out how to split substrings. I'm like sleepy now. Substring. Repeated substring pattern. Uh, oh shit, I'm falling asleep. Okay. Let's put it into ChatGPT and figure out what's going on wrong with the string. Maybe there's some super technique. Actually, you know what I could do? Without even doing that, to see if it's a substring, I can make a set. I can make a set which will automatically eliminate duplicates. What if I do set on a string? I'm just curious from Python Playground. So x equals doggo print x. So now if I print the set, it should just say print dog. The geo would be gone. So y equals set. I'm just curious if you can use set on a string. Print y dog. set x list. List this gives me the substring. So if I want to get a substring from here, so that's how you get the substring, I guess. So that's number one. Get the substring that you want to check. The other thing is I want to check if I can subtract strings. So doggo y is doggo oh, I can split it using the substring. And if each split item is not equal to the substring, then it's false. Dude, I just solved it. I just fucking solved it in my brain. Dude, we don't even need ChatGPT. Dude, my brain just solved it. Okay. So the first things first is I want to find the substring. So right off the bat, I'm going to keep this as is. If the length of 2, so basically if it's an odd number, you can't have a repeat. So that is automatically false. Return false otherwise, and then if, so then I want to find my substring. Sub str equals set s. And set s, turn it into a list, and then join it sub str. So I get the sub str, and then if I go split in Python, separator. So what I'm gonna do is try it yourself. Doggo, text split separator is going to be doggo. Okay, so that didn't work out the way I planned. Oh wait, text.split. So it would be empty strings. Because if you're splitting it, then you'd have empty strings. So yeah, I could still use this method actually. So text.split, the substring. So now I can go s.split substring for I in x for item in x for output return true if anything in this substring is not an empty string, then return false. Because if it's all repeatable substrings, you'll only have empty strings. So if item is not equal to an empty string, it's not a substring. Because I'm splitting based on substring, so this should be ABC. Because we created a set, so it eliminates all duplicates. And then if it eliminates all duplicates, you should get ABC. And then if you do substrings and you split it by that substring ABC, you should get 4 ABC, 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 ABC. So if item is not equal to empty string, return false. Let's try that. Oh, not an X in output. Wait, why? Why doesn't that work? AB, AB, true, output false. Set list join. Oh, because of the join. I don't need to join this. Where is it? Set. Oh, and then list join will create dog. List join will create dog. So you can't use the set thing. What's my time? 25 minutes. Okay, let's just go to the ChatGPT now. I thought I thought you could do the set method, but you can't because if you have repeated words, even if there's duplicate letters, the set won't cover that. The other way I'm thinking of before I go there is I could create a running string to find the substring. If you can find the substring, it's really easy. So how do I go about finding the substring? I can create a dictionary, or I could create a list. I could create a running list of a string that keeps accumulating until it hits a stopping point. So, for example, doggo doggo. It'll go D, add to the list. So D's in the list. Then it's O, D-O adds to the list. So it's do. D-O-G adds to the list. D-O-G-G-O adds to the list, and then D again. Adds to the list, and then I just keep going to the very end of the string. So I keep adding different iterations to the list. Then I go check what's in the list. Sounds like an unnecessary check. So yeah, let's see. I just tried playing it out in my mind. Let's try doing it on ChatGPT. My code. Yeah, iterate through possible substring lengths. N equals length S. So basically it's using the length of a substring to justify the range. So n is len s, which is what I'm kind of doing, but I thought of it backwards. I thought of going through each letter and building upon it until you hit one that doesn't repeat. So I'm going to go n equals the length of s, length of the string. Okay, that's fine. So then what do we do next? We're going to go half of the string plus 1. Iterate over all possible lengths of the substring. So the substring has to be at least half. 1 to half plus 1 so we can get the half. For I in range so it's just dividing slices. It's dividing the substring to see if you'll get 0. Which is basically the idea that I had. But it just makes, this way it makes a bit more sense. So for I in range 1 to n floor 2 plus 1. Okay, knowledgeist, things like that. So if n% equals 0, so if the substring, so it's basically checking substrings to see if there's a remainder. N is the length, n%i. So if you divide n by the substring, you get 0. So basically taking a slice, going from S0 to this slice times however many things, it should equal the length of S. See if it's repeatable, and then return true, else return false. Return true. So it's basically doing what I said to do. I want to get a substring and then see if it's repeatable. So at first I did it with list set to see if I can get empty strings, and if it's only empty strings, that's the thing. Or you could, the other way you could do it is keep adding strings like they're doing here for I in range 1 to n divided by 2 plus 1. It's trying to figure out which how long the substring is. It keeps sliding over and over and over to the right. And that's what I was trying to do as well, except this is the way that actually puts it together. I was going to use the dictionary and do it that way, where I could just get let's say it's like sand, right? S A N D, right? And then check if sand %i equals s is true. So yeah, check if that number of occurrences is more than one. There you have it, and it beats 40.2% of solutions. Yeah, it's basically trying to figure out how long to make the substring, and then get the amount of times it's repeated without it it has to be repeated, and it has to meet the length s. If it meets the length s and it's repeated, then you're done. If not, then it's false, right? Because then it won't be meeting the conditions. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below. Knologist out.